Hi everyone. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. I appreciate it. It's really hard for me to make this video because I'm just such an independent person and I really never ask anybody for any help for anything ever. I'm an only parent, but right now my daughter and I are feeling pretty desperate. But I've always been really honest with you guys, and I'm going to be honest now. As many of you know, about a year and a half ago, a major hurricane hit my home and completely upended our lives. And while we were trying to recover and rebuild from that, a second disaster hit, and I caught a virus and this virus was something I caught when we were in Europe. We were in Europe because we were moving to Europe and we had to go pick out our place and finalize everything. We were, renting an apartment there and everything. And when I got home, I just kept getting sicker and sicker through the weeks. You guys were here. I was on air with you guys and I couldn't breathe and I was going through a very hard time and people were like, something's not right, and you guys were right. A virus was attacking my heart and somehow the doctor just didn't check my heart. I'm a very healthy person. I was very, very healthy. So this is something that was easy for anyone around me to miss, really. But now it's been a real struggle for 13 months. I've really been in the fight of my life, in and out of hospitals, dealing with endless days of being incredibly sick. I try to get on here and say hi to you guys and do some readings on my good days, on my good hours. Sometimes I can only work an hour or two. Sometimes I can work several. It depends on the day. There's a gap in the healthcare system here in Florida. They call it the Florida Health Care Medicaid gap. I'm stuck in that gap. I have no health insurance and can't get any, and I also can't get government subsidies. And this happens because Florida didn't expand Medicaid. They refused, and there's a few other states that did this as well. But what happens, because of this thing that they did, they made it so that healthy people that suddenly get sick can't get coverage. In other words, or anybody who suddenly gets sick can't get coverage if you're under 63. So if I were 63 and over, I would have been covered by Medicaid. But now I'm stuck in a situation where I couldn't work enough to make enough money to be eligible for government subsidies, and everyone else in every other state would automatically get kicked over to Medicaid. But I couldn't have Medicaid. I've been denied 9 times. Because of this gap in the healthcare system, I've had no health insurance through this entire nightmare. While I applied for hospital charity care, I was rejected back then for the charity care, and I was given financial aid. But the reason that happened was because I had a savings at the time. So the hospital did eventually give me this financial aid, but no charity care, because I had a savings. And they're like, well, you have money, you can just make us payments. And I paid them completely off. But the bills didn't stop coming at me. I'm like, how could this be happening? I've paid the hospital, I'm done, right? But no, you get bills if you're not insured. You get bills for radiologists and imaging and, well, I guess they're the same thing, anesthesiologists, the emergency room doctor, the specialist, the regular doctors, any testing you get done, all kinds of stuff. So you continue to keep getting all these bills and you're like, what are these bills for? Like, I don't even know what this is about. I have thousands and thousands of dollars worth of medical bills that I didn't even know I was going to get after I thought I had squared things up with the hospital and given them my life savings, and also continued to pay for my health care and a cardiologist out of pocket, echocardiograms every 3 months out of pocket, blood work, all these things that I need as a heart patient being paid for out of my own pocket. So I am completely out of money now. And I had to stop seeing my cardiologist. Is exactly what's going on. So, long story short, before the virus, I was very, very healthy. Worked out, ate right, the whole bit. And I want my life back. I want my life back. I want to be able to do these things. And I want to continue that journey with my daughter is supposed to be in Portugal in school right now, but instead she's stuck here doing all the things I can't physically do anymore. And much of the time she is caretaking me, which really upsets me because it's not supposed to be this way. But she loves me, and there's no way she's going to Portugal without me and leaving me here like this. She's just not going to do it. So I realized that getting to Portugal is literally my lifeline. I have to get to Portugal. Had I been there, none of this would have happened to me. I mean, I still would have had the virus, and I would have gotten the proper treatment. I probably would have been maybe even well by now, or at least on my way to recovery, because I would have been able to see a cardiologist regularly and had the proper testing regularly and had proper care. So the medical care I need is there. And the costs are a tiny fraction of what they are here in the United States. I was going to show you guys. In fact, I will. If you will click onto my fundraiser, it's going to be down here in the left-hand corner when we leave this video. I'm going to put it right there. And I would like you to go over and at least read the story. You don't have to donate. I mean, if you want to, we will be eternally grateful for that. And thank you to those of you that have. But no pressure, please. I put some price differences there to show you guys the $800 a month. One of my 5 medications is $800 a month. But in Portugal, it's $40. The echocardiograms are $150 as opposed to $2,500. And a CAT scan is only $200 in Portugal. And when we're here in the United States, it could be up to $13,000 for a CAT scan. I mean, these are just tiny little examples, but the cost of specialists and the cost, a cardiologist, and the cost of doctor visits and hospital visits and even overnight stays in the hospital is a tiny fraction of what it is here in the United States. We need to get there, and I need to do this because my daughter needs to get to school too. I need to get my daughter on track. This is totally unfair to her. I want to be able to do this for her, get myself well, get our home repairs done so that we aren't living with broken windows and the things that are from the hurricane, and so that we can get the other repairs done as well. So my daughter has started this GoFundMe account for us, and the funds will go directly towards all the things that I mentioned here. If you are able to donate, I would be so incredibly grateful. But of course, no pressure, please. If you are not able to donate right now, it would really mean the world to me if you could at least click on that link that's going to be right here in the left-hand corner. It'll pop up. And if you could click on that and go over and read our story, the entire story, and consider sharing it with others that would like to donate, that would be amazing. And I would be so grateful for that. You can click right here on the screen. Like I said, it should be popping up any second, and go directly to the GoFundMe. I've also put the link right below the video in the comments section. And if I remember, I'll put it also in the description box, but sometimes I forget to do that. I don't know why, but I will try to remember. But you'll find it. It's here and it's on the channel. To those of you who have already donated, thank you so much. Your generosity has literally been a light in our darkest moments. And I cannot express how much your support means to both me and my daughter. I just thank you all from the bottom of my heart for listening today, and for your love, and for standing by us through this. I truly do appreciate all of you. Please do have a great day today, and your weeklies are out, your monthlies are out, your dailies are out, your weekend readings out, your Monday morning reading is out. So everybody's got their readings right now. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.